Welcome back to the final session of this course. I'm Dr. Traci. In the last session, we talked about how to be a witness to our thoughts. In this session, we'll learn and practice feeling rather than thinking. You'll need pen and paper to begin the therapy homework immediately following this session. Once I got to this point with my own practice, I found that my thoughts had slowed down significantly. I found myself being more present, sometimes without any thoughts at all. I went on a spiritual retreat in Sedona, Arizona years ago, and the shaman randomly turned to me at one point and asked what I was thinking. I looked at him so confused at the question and realized nothing. I wasn't thinking anything. There was not one thought in my head, and it felt amazing. I was fully present, hiking through the red rocks and taking in its beauty. That's when I fully realized the power of feeling rather than thinking. Normally, I would have been narrating the entire excursion in my head. My mind would have sounded something like this. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at the color of the rocks, so intense. What's that? Oh, don't trip. Where are we going? Glad it's not too hot. Oh man, that's steep. I need some water. I hope we don't see a snake. How can you tell the difference between a venomous and a non-venomous snake? Ooh, look at that hawk. I miss my puppies. I hope the pet sitter fed the donkeys this morning. I don't even want to think about going back home yet. I just want to enjoy being here. Okay, stay present. Look how amazing this place is. You can feel the energy. I feel so connected. I hope we stop to meditate somewhere. Man, we're pretty high up. As you can tell, I have a lot of experience with anxiety and anxious thinking. This thought process could go on nonstop for hours. Meanwhile, I would be missing the feeling of actually being there. Not every little thing needs a narrator. I thought of how annoying it would be if you actually had a real narrator that just followed you around every day, all day, and narrated everything that was happening like they do on a tour. And to the right, we have this, and to the left, we have that. Coming up next is something we've all been waiting for. I would lose my mind. But that's what's really happening. Only that narrator following us lives in our mind 24/7. For the first time ever, I felt the simplicity and the freedom of a quiet mind. To practice this, meditation is wonderful. You can start with guided meditation if silent meditation is too difficult for you, but eventually move to silent meditation. I fought it for so long. I did guided meditation for years and thought, oh, what's the difference? But I'm telling you, there was a huge, much bigger benefit with silent meditation. You could even start off doing meditation for 1 minute and just gradually increase it from there. Although you should try to build up quickly to a minimum of 5 minutes, but something is better than nothing. I find that it could sometimes take the first 3 minutes just to quiet my mind. And so I wouldn't feel the true effects of the meditation until the last 1 or 2 minutes. So try to do it long enough where you have the time to actually allow your mind to settle, and you still have a minute or so to fully be present in that silence. This is the only way you'll feel the benefits of meditation, in my opinion. Once you feel the changes in your mind and body, your mood and your attitude, and how you move more effortlessly through the day with meditation is just, it's quite unbelievable. And you really have to experience it and see for yourself. Let's practice this concept together with an activity where we'll focus on form as opposed to thought. Look around you right now and choose an item to focus your attention on. It can be absolutely anything. A box of tissues on your nightstand, the fan in your living room, your dog, your hand. If you're outside, it could be the sky, a tree, a flower, a rock, an ant. It could be anything at all. And we're just going to stare at it with no intention or agenda. We're just going to take it all in, examine every aspect of it, using all of our senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. Notice that thought is not one of our senses, so don't narrate your experience. Don't discuss what you're experiencing in your mind. I am going to set a timer for 3 minutes. If your mind wanders or a thought comes in, gently release it and refocus your attention. This practice will be easier if you choose an object that is more interesting to watch, of course. And if you need some time right now to choose your object still, you can go ahead and pause the recording and just come back when you're ready. Okay, so you have your object. We're focusing on its form without thought for 3 minutes. Begin. And that is time. You did it. This exercise helped me realize just how powerful and intrusive our thoughts really can be, and how they can manipulate our perception and change the experience for us. I want you to take your pen and paper and begin the therapy homework for this session. Make some notes on what that process was like for you. How difficult was it to stay focused and not narrate the whole process? When you were able to focus on its form without thought, what was the experience like? Were you able to take in or experience the object in a different way than you would have if you were narrating it in your mind? Just kind of journal through some of those questions. I also want you to practice this exercise often. You can do it pretty much anywhere, and it could be for less than 3 minutes or longer if you choose. You can do it when you're waiting in line, sitting somewhere, needing a quick break at work, or zoning out in a meeting. You can do it while taking a walk. It doesn't have to be one single object. You can walk and take in everything that you're seeing and hearing. All of the tools given in this course take a commitment to change and the persistence to practice. In the beginning, it takes a lot of effort. It can be mentally draining, but it's also mentally draining to have our thoughts control us. So remind yourself of the peace and the freedom that you can achieve on the other side of this. The more you practice, the easier it will become. And eventually, it will happen naturally without you even having to consciously do the work. Please ask questions, share any challenges or successes you've had in this process. You can provide feedback to me or give support and encouragement to other participants, all in the course classroom. Thank you so much for listening and allowing me to be part of your journey.